Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Good morning to you. How are you approaching the example trade there?
Yeah, I mean, this discussion with Jeff is spot on. And, from a technical standpoint, HPE is really up at some significant resistance right now. But if it does break that, there's a lot of room for this stock to move on the upside. Lots of questions coming into the report here. They have experienced a slowdown in sales of their traditional servers, but like many other companies, it's all about AI, and it's about their AI server sales growth, which has been booming. So I'm looking for that breakout to the upside, and with implied volatility actually not that expensive coming into earnings, I'm just buying some calls that expire this week. I'm buying the 23 strike calls for about 75 cents or so. That is my risk. That is my only risk on this trade. So if the trade or if the stock goes south, it doesn't move higher, that's it. Otherwise, I've got some what I consider to be pretty inexpensive naked calls looking for an upside move here.
Okay, Scott, I mean, as Jeff said, clarity is key here. I'm just wondering, as far as your example trade is concerned, I mean, what metric will you be paying the most attention to with regards to some of the spend, the cost cutting, with regards to the outlook and the guidance as well?
I think, after NVIDIA last week, I think this is all going to focus on what their AI sector is going to be like. Do they believe is guidance on the AI sector for those server sales? Is that going to continue? Is it going to grow? If they mention something that maybe they're starting to see that slow, this trade probably is not going to work out. If they can confirm that, yes, that side of the business is still growing, that's where I believe the upside is.
Okay, and just your general thoughts on the markets today. We are seeing a bit of a mixed picture as far as equities are concerned. We've seen a bit of a move in the Treasury market off the back of those JOLTS numbers, also factory orders. What's your steer on things this morning?
Everybody's looking at September, that it's, we know it's the worst performing month of the year. So there's definitely some caution. And I think it's right for people to be cautious. However, where rates are right now, the market has experienced over the last several months these kind of spike higher in rates, which we're experiencing a little bit right now. I think the market can still absorb that. Earnings have been pretty good overall. And let's see what the rest of the eco data is. Obviously, this Friday is going to be huge with the jobs number. If the jobs number comes in somewhat in line, maybe even, plus or minus 10% of what was expected, I think the market likes that and we move higher.
Okay, we'll be watching. Obviously, we've got the JOLTS today, and then we'll be watching the NFP on Friday, which is critical to the Fed's thinking. Thank you so much, Scott Bauer, for getting us across that, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Appreciate your time this morning.